Hayden Neerman is the new pitcher for the IronBirds in the top of the 8th. Right-hander takes over for Graham Fyroved, who gave up 2 runs in 2 1/3 out of the pen. Neerman, the 4th pitcher of the night for Roberto Mercado's club, and he'll look to get some work in with the IronBirds down 6. So Hickory rocking the 8-2 lead. As Cheney, Johnson, and Mateo will hit 8, 9, and 1. First pitch fouled back. It's 0-1. Neerman has been really good in limited time with the Birds. Had a lengthy IL stint, but he is back healthy. 1.17 ERA and 10 appearances out of the pen. Pitch missed low and in, 1-1. Just 1 earned run in 7 2/3. 8 strikeouts, 2 walks. Opponents hitting 120 against him. One. Oh, it got him. That one got Cheney somewhere on the elbow hand area, and it's another hit batter. We've seen a lot of those tonight. 4th Crawdad to be hit by a pitch in this one. So 4 hit by pitches and 6 walks. That's 10 free passes issued by the IronBirds pitching staff. Looking to work around that. So leadoff man at first, no outs. Here's Cooper Johnson, the catcher. Pitch misses way outside, 1-0. Crawdads 8, IronBirds 2 in Game 3 of this 6-game set. Neerman last pitched on July 22nd, so he's well rested. Scoreless inning in that game with a strikeout and a walk. Before that, on the 14th, he gave up 1 unearned run. That was in a rehab appearance with the Florida Complex League affiliate. Pitch misses outside. So the count goes to 3-0. So Neerman missed a lot of time. Before his return from the IL on July 22nd, he had last pitched for the IronBirds on May 21st. And then finally got back to the Birds in late July. Missed just over 2 months in terms of days on the calendar. Well, Johnson thought that last pitch was ball forward, but it was called a strike, so he had to go pick up his bat. Counts 3-1. No outs, man on first. Next pitch. That misses low, ball 4. So back to the top for Mateo, the center fielder. Well, for those who haven't gotten around to watch it yet, I want to plug episode 7 of All Mic'd Up one more time. So sat down with Creed Willems and Silas Ardouin, who is now up with the Bowie Bay Sox, last week to film episode 7 of All Mic'd Up. Well, I guess sat down for the interview about 2 weeks ago at this point. Released it this past Monday. So that is out on my YouTube channel. You can head over to my Twitter and Instagram accounts at Mic'd Up Sports, M-I-K-E-D Up Sports, to find the link to that. Check it out. Neerman with 2 on and no outs, misses inside. The count is 2-0 on Mateo. So the All Mic'd Up interview series continues to roll along. Going to sit down with a couple more IronBirds this coming Saturday to film episode 8. 2-0 from Neerman, over for a strike. 2-1. Neerman trying to work back after the hit by pitch and the walk. 2-1, fouled back. That's a hot shot off the sweet level on the first base side. So 2-2 now. Birds down 6, top of the 8th. Cheney at second, Johnson at first. Now Neerman steps off. Another foul ball, and the count remains 2-2. Birds have not retired Mateo yet tonight. Looking to change that here. He's really set the tone at the top of the order. Mateo and Freeman have both reached safely in all 4 of their plate appearances. Pitch misses inside. It goes all the way to the backstop, and both runners move up 90 feet. So Cheney to third, Johnson to second. And now the Birds down 6 will keep the infield back. Neerman trying to find the zone. 3-2 grounded up the middle. The second baseman Ben Cosme has it. Only play to first. Makes the play. An RBI ground out for Daniel Mateo. And it's now a 9-2 game. So 4-3 on the putout as Mateo picks up his first RBI of the night. First time he's been retired, but it's a productive out. Cheney in to score from third, and Johnson moves up to third. So here's Cameron Cawley. Big cut there, came up empty. Cawley hitless tonight. He's 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. He is one of just 2 Crawdads who has not reached safely tonight. And the other one, Abimelech Ortiz, has at least brought home a run. Cawley, the one guy who has not really gotten in on the action. Ball and a strike with 1 down. Next pitch, outside corner for a strike, 1-2. Nine runs on 6 hits and an error for Hickory. 2 runs on 4 hits and an error for Aberdeen. Johnson on third with 1 down. 1-2 all the way to the backstop again, and Johnson comes in to score. Second wild pitch of the inning for Neerman. The Crawdads continue to add on. 10-2 now. Well, the IronBirds have not played in many lopsided games in which they've been on the wrong end of it. In fact, this is just the 5th time all season that their opponent has scored 10 or more against them. Birds are 1-3 in those games. On the flip side, when the Birds scored 10 or more, they're 10-1. So they've put up double digits on an opponent 11 times, but they've only had it happen to them 5 times. It just speaks to how much talent has been here in Aberdeen all season long, and the production, of course. There's a base hit through the right side, so Cawley has his first hit of the night. He's now 1 for 5. Birds were in the shift, and Cawley just sent it to right. Brings up Wyatt Langford, but before that, Roberto Mercado is going to make a pitching change. Slow walk to the mound as he gets set to take the baseball from Hayden Neerman. New pitcher for the IronBirds in the top of the 8th inning is left-hander Antonio Velez. 1 out and a man on first. Wyatt Langford due up. 2 runs already home for the Crawdads here in the 8th. They lead it 10-2. Tough night for the Birds overall. They led 1-0 and then 2-1, but it's been all Crawdads since then. As Velez enters, 5th pitcher of the night for the Birds. Trying to get the final 2 outs of the 8th and ideally get all 3 outs in the 9th. Birds don't really want to have to use another pitcher after this. First pitch from Velez, off the bat of Langford, deep left center field. Valdez goes back, he reaches up, it bangs off the wall. Langford around second, heading for third. Craig picks it up, gets it back into the infield, and it's an RBI triple for Wyatt Langford. It's his second 3-bagger in as many nights, and he drives home another. So the Crawdads now lead it 11-2. Now Wyatt Langford showing that easy pop in his bat. Sent that one to the deepest part of the park. And Valdez couldn't get there in the gap. So Cawley scores all the way from first. Third run of the inning for Hickory. That brings up Abimelec Ortiz. First pitch to him from Velez is a strike. Swing and a miss. Well, this is one of those games for the IronBirds that once it's over, you just forget about it. You know, clean slate tomorrow. Birds down by 9 runs, 11-2 now. Langford a big lead off of third. Pitch misses outside. It's 1-2 on Ortiz. Had a chance to talk to Antonio before the game yesterday. Sat down for a pregame interview with him. 1-2, fly ball deep right center. Higgins goes back. Valdez is back as well. And that one ain't coming back. A towering 2-run home run off the bat of Abimelec Ortiz. And the Crawdads continue to break this thing open. It's now a 13-2 game. So a triple and a homer against Velez since coming into the game. And now every single starter for the Crawdads has reached base safely at least one time. Second homer of the game for the Crawdads, as they have now scored 12 unanswered runs. Here's Tucker Mitchell, the DH. Mitchell, the 7th man to hit in the inning. Next one, foul tipped, 1-1. Well, everything going the Crawdads' way tonight as they look for their 3rd straight win this series. Pitch is over for a strike, 1-2. Birds trail 13-2, top of the 8th. Next one from Velez outside. Still only one out here in the top of inning number 8. Second 5-run inning of the game, third 5-run inning of the series. 2-strike pitch, low, counts full. Base is empty and 1 down. Full count pitch coming, but before that, Mitchell calls for time. So I mentioned before the homer, had a chance to sit down with Antonio for a pregame interview yesterday. It was fun to talk to him. Found out we had some mutual connections in baseball. 3-2, chopper foul, third base side. And one of the things that I talked about with Antonio, it's something that I've talked about with a lot of guys, is, you know, their specific individual development plan here in Aberdeen, here in the Orioles organization. Everybody has one. And Antonio said for him, velocity is the big thing. They're working on him throwing harder. Same for a lot of guys. Fly ball right center. Catch is made by Higgins. That's the 2nd out, so Mitchell retired. So the goal for Velez is to throw harder, add velocity. I mean, that's like a lot of guys are looking, they're always looking to add velocity to the fastball, even the off-speed pitches. Had a chance to talk to Antonio about the process and the experience of being traded. He was traded 3 days before the start of the minor league season last year. Marlins sent him to the Orioles in a deal that brought 2 major league relievers to Miami and brought 3 minor leaguers and a draft compensation pick to the Orioles. So Velez came in that trade, and he said it was just pretty wild. A tough scenario to even describe, as this one's popped up to the left side. Craig in and left, and he makes the catch to end the inning. Tough inning for the Birds. The Crawdads send 8 to the plate. They score 5 more times and lead at 13-2. We'll go to the home half of the 8th, see if the Birds can get some runs back. Keep it locked on MILB TV, Bally Live, and WAMD Aberdeen.